Dude, what the fuck? Your clock says 10:06 right now. What is that part of autism?
Yeah.
What the fuck is autism, by the way? All I know is you just can't talk about it. Like everybody gets all like, I'm on this spectrum. And you're like, all right, well, what does that mean? And they get like all fucking mad at you like,
I could explain it pretty easily.
Okay, shit.
Are you sitting down? There are a lot of different character traits that people on the autism spectrum have. It doesn't mean they're autistic.
Talking with your hands.
Learning to be expressive. Not picking up on facial cues, facial recognition, obsessive compulsive disorder, narrow focus, nonverbal, difficulty adapting to different situations, sensitive to sounds, smells. There's like a whole bunch of things. And the idea of the spectrum isn't really, people think it's how far on the spectrum, like how fucking autistic are you?
Yeah.
That's not what it means.
How deep does it go?
The spectrum is...
Like how metal are you?
Right. That's not how it works though.
Okay.
Like, are you an 11? It is,
Oh yeah!
Here's an example of autistic masking. This is how I used to walk as a kid. As you can see, there's something terribly wrong with how I walk. It's just too bouncy. It's too joyful. It must be punished. And punished it was. Middle school kids are little shits. Everybody knows that. But in middle school, what happened to me is there would be kids who'd come behind me and walk and imitate my walk, and their friends would laugh and make fun of me. Just because I existed, just because I walked the way I did. So I learned from a young age that how I was in the world wasn't okay, and I needed to change that in order to fit in order to not be made fun of constantly all day long, in order to not be bullied, in order to connect with others. And by the way, it's fucking exhausting.
Hello! Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Miss Emmy. What's your name?
Hi.
Wow! Clever! You are so clever.
Name's Pop.
Miss Emmy was missing you. Were you missing me?
Yeah.
Today I'm so excited. Are you excited? I'm
Yeah.
so excited. Are you excited?
Yeah.
You are. Let's clap. Clap. Leather. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Round.
Round and round.
Round.
Round and round.
Round.
Wheels
What people think having special interests is like. Yeah, I just really like it a lot. What having special interests is actually like. I wake up some days with my thoughts absolutely consumed by my special interests. I spend hours researching them without breaks. I refuse to talk about anything but them. I spend all the money I have and don't have on them. And I literally forget to take care of myself. Eating, sleeping, using the bathroom? Nope. Because I'm so obsessed with my special interests that it becomes debilitating for me.
I'm an autistic woman. Of course my doctors called it Asperger's and I don't know what to say not to offend people. I'm an autistic woman. Of course people can't imagine that we're sexy sometimes. I mean, it's not like I spent hours trying to talk like this. I'm an autistic woman. Of course I know how to play violin and guitar and any strings instruments, as well as code and do art, and know a lot about aliens and things nobody ever asked me to learn, but I was addicted to it because it's my special interest. You know, just how it goes. I'm an autistic woman. Of course I get along better with animals and get really socially exhausted and don't understand sarcasm. Man, communications, why'd I get a degree in it? I'm an autistic woman. I'm gonna awkwardly stare at you and not know what to say next and nod my head pretending like I'm listening, but just don't get what's going on because I'm too busy masking. Yeah, that sucks. Is this a face I make now? Wait, am I supposed to look at the wall or your eyes? I looked at that for too long. Okay, I'm gonna look over here now. I'll see you next week.
Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
celebrities that are on the autism spectrum. Some of these I knew and others I was pretty shocked by. Let's go ahead and start with Elon Musk, who admitted live on SNL last year that he is on the autism spectrum and that when he was a kid, he was quite often bullied because he struggled with social cues, and it's pretty obvious what his fixations are. So then you have Anthony Hopkins, which I didn't know. He was diagnosed as a kid, and he says to this day he still struggles maintaining friendships, and he's also in recovery from addiction. Then you have Tim Burton, who didn't get diagnosed till much later in life, and that's when his wife started putting the pieces together. He says he's always struggled with social skills and obviously quite fixated on making art. This one surprised me too, and that is Dan Aykroyd, and I believed he was diagnosed fairly young as well. He said his fixations were always ghosts and law enforcement, and that's how we got Ghostbusters. He also struggles with Tourette syndrome. I was having a hard time finding women for this list, so if you know of any, put them in the comments.
Are you serious right now?
What's up?
Can you stop it? You've been playing. Give me that. You've been playing for like 5 hours, like straight. Like, don't you have anything else to do in your life?
No, I mean, this is my off day.
What do you mean it's your off
The game is
day?
still going. Let me pause the game at least.
Seriously, like your routine is just like the same thing. You get up, get ready, sit on this couch, and play games for hours. Like.
But I mean, I don't get it. Last night you wanted to go out. We went out. You said if we go out last night, I can do what I want today.
Yeah, what you want is not sitting here for 5, 7, 10 hours playing the same game. Like, this is not, you next to me, cool, but it's not spending quality time. Like, this is just so annoying. I don't want a boyfriend that does that.
It's been 2.5 hours, but yeah, let's watch a movie or something.
Come on now.
You can pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick, because you can't do anything else of your life.
Just to hear my brother say, yo, what's up, buzz nut? Moves ain't sticking, water ain't sticking, it looks like a feather from the back end of the chicken. I ain't gonna use no silly hairspray. I'm having such a bad hair day.
I'm autistic, and 127 days ago, somebody asked me, can you drink with autism? Well, I just polished off my second margarita, so I hope so. More seriously, though, it's a dangerous thing to do. Not because they mix poorly, but because they mix well. My father and his father were alcoholics. They were also, like me, autistic as hell. And if you could step into my brain for just a day, you would see the link in no time. For guys like me, alcohol is a wonder drug, albeit with some pretty nasty side effects. It makes me more social, less self-conscious, more outgoing. But more than anything, it quiets the voice in my head. This is gonna sound silly, but I am constantly trying to unlock the secrets of the universe with that thing between my ears. It is exhausting, and alcohol is the only solution that I've ever found. If I need my brain to shut up, and yeah, sometimes I do, I will drink in moderation, no more than twice a week. It's not a perfect solution, it's not super healthy, it's what I do. We're all just doing our best. But if you're like me, I would encourage you to be very careful. It's the sort of thing that can get really ugly. I'm not looking for alternatives, so please don't leave them in the replies. I don't care what strain they are. I care about you all, and I hope you have a great night. Rich Johnson, signing off.
Hey, are you okay? You don't look like you're doing too well. I'm upset and I'm overstimulated and I'd just like to be alone for a little bit. Do you need a hug? No, thank you. I don't like hugs. But hugs always make me feel better. I'm so frustrated, dude. I wanted to go grocery shopping today, but I couldn't because they rearranged the entire layout of the Walmart. Why did that stop you from going grocery shopping? I couldn't find any of my favorite things. I didn't know where anything was. Why didn't you just ask someone? Hey, dude, something came up and I'm gonna have to switch our lunch plans from 12 to 1 today. Okay, if we change our plans from 12 to 1, that means I'm going to be eating lunch an entire hour later in the day than I'm used to, which means I'm already going to be really hungry by the time we're hanging out, which means I'm going to be overstimulated from being hungry for an hour before we hung out, and I'm going to be in a horrible mood, and eating lunch an hour later is going to shift my energy levels for the rest of the day since I'm eating later in the day, and then I'm going to have a harder time getting to sleep at night, which means my sleep schedule for the rest of the week is going to be completely ruined. Ooh, gum, can I have some? No, this is my gum. Come on, why don't you just share one? Because it's my gum, I don't want to share. Come on, please. Why should I have to share with you?
ADHD, autism, thank you both for being here. Let's start off with social cues. You both struggle to understand them, right? Yes, but for me it's due to a lack of attention and focus. Whereas I don't intuitively understand social cues. But we have similar neurodivergent communication patterns. Yeah, like info dumping and connecting over shared interests. Okay, how about your day-to-day life? Well, I love unfamiliarity and new experiences. And that is my worst nightmare. I love familiarity and routines. But with that, we both share difficulty with switching tasks. And does that affect how you make your schedules and routines? Well, I like to carefully plan things ahead of time. And I have time blindness, so even if planned perfectly, I really struggle with punctuality.